Ah, the age-old question. If a candidate crashes in the middle of a debate and no one is around to watch it, do they make a soundbite? It's news o'clock. So the remaining GOP candidates put the four in foregone conclusion, taking the stage to see which of them will be dissenting analyst on midday CNN roundtables a year from now, in their last debate before being ignored by Iowa voters. Again with no Trump and most of America opting instead to watch the new GTA trailer again. Come on, DeSantis, you're from Florida. You want engagement, start twerking on a car. At this point, it's more like presidential candidate cosplay. And like that guy in the Iron Man suit at Comic-Con, your commitment is impressive, but I can see you second-guessing all the money you spent. Most of them treated Trump like the check-in counter at Spirit Airlines, seemingly unaware they had to deal with all of that baggage, except for Chris Christie, who was more like the TSA, acknowledging the baggage, but really only briefly looking inside it. Christie mocked DeSantis for not saying what to do with hostages in the Middle East. Though look at him, he doesn't even know what to do with his hands. While Vivek Ramaswamy finally reached his full form and went full, January 6th was an inside job. You know, there's only one thing I can say to that. And if you don't understand this reference because you didn't watch the debate, in a related story, Speaker Johnson announced that he's blurring the faces of January 6th rioters to avoid being charged by the DOJ. Law and Order party? They got this all screwed up. Law and Order? Partly. First of all, as someone who watched a lot of trash TV in the 90s, we all know the only reason to obscure anyone's face is if they were abducted by aliens and the world is not ready for the truth. Also, why is it when Republicans blur the faces of folks on a tourist visit, it's justice, but when I do it on my honeymoon, my wife says that I should have read the camera's instruction manual? His spokesperson later cleared up his remarks, but let's be honest, the clarification never gets as much press, unless of course you use a ukulele. But isn't it a little late to suddenly care about these people's anonymity? This would be like Sports Illustrated suddenly saying, yes, a boxer did beat Sonny Liston, but we would like to respect his privacy. Meanwhile, Kevin McCarthy is quitting the House of Representatives, suddenly making me think the 15 speeches to nominate him as Speaker that I sat through might not have been genuine? McCarthy, whose face I'm already forgetting and replacing with James Woods, was the last of the young guns, which you may remember was the GOP's ill-fated 2010 rebranding for the future of the Republican Party. Serious dark universe energy here. Though let's be honest, in the last decade, their presence could not be understated. Sorry, I read that wrong. Their presence could not be more understated. Ah yes, 2010. This was supposed to be the new generation of conservative leadership, barring unforeseen circumstances. Move over your grandfather's GOP. They're the new blood conservatives have been waiting for, and they will be leading the way. Assuming no previously registered Democrat with an insatiable lust for sycophantic adoration bends the entire conservative movement into his warped interpretation of strongman demagoguery. McCarthy, Ryan, and Cantor, these names will define the GOP as long as no game show host with decades in the public eye comes out and realizes that there is a market to shout the xenophobic dog whistles that we usually whisper, and lead conservatism while simultaneously burying every convention of Christian morality we hold sacred. As long as Republicans have integrity, they'll have the young guns. Of all the guns in America, these are the ones the GOP gets rid of. See you next time. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I do more.